Saturday, during the formation of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger Confederation, Captain Ibrahim Traore asked Europeans a simple question. 21 guns salute Captain Ibrahim Traore. The fearless captain has spoken.
Ibrahim Traore, the military leader of Burkina Faso, has made statements criticizing African leaders who prioritize foreign interests over the needs of their own people. He has expressed a desire to prioritize African unity and self-determination rather than relying on external powers. Traore's comments reflect a sentiment shared by many Africans who feel that some leaders on the continent are too quick to compromise their own country's interests in order to appease foreign powers. The criticism is rooted in a broader discussion about neocolonialism, imperialism, and the need for the African countries to assert their independence and self-determination. Many Africans feel that their leaders should prioritize African solutions to African problems rather than relying on external powers to shape their destiny. It's important to know that it's a complex and nuanced issue with different perspectives and opinions depending on the context and country. However, Traore's comments reflect a growing sentiment among many Africans who are seeking a more independent and self-determined future for their continent.
On Saturday, during the formation of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger Confederation, Captain Ibrahim Traore asked Europeans a simple question.
They like to say it every year. In their economic polls, Burkina is the poorest country, Mali is the poorest country, Niger is the poorest country. We are ranked among the last. Very well, if we are as poor as they say. But when the time has come to take responsibility, we have asked this master to leave the place. Why don't they want to leave?
21 guns salute Captain Ibrahim Traore. The fearless captain has spoken. When you check IMF, the World Bank, all the monetary institutions in this world, whenever they are ranking poor countries, African countries are always at the bottom. They claim that we are poor. Traore is asking a simple question. If we are indeed poor, why are you still here? And why are you refusing to leave? You might not like Captain Ibrahim Traore, but he's asking a very sensible question. This reminds me of Osajafo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's speech in OAU meeting 1958. Osajafo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, Africa is not poor. It is rather Africans who are poor. Think about what Osajafo said critically and you understand what he meant. These colonizers continue to plunder the resources of Africa, making Africa a living hell for the ordinary African citizen. Africa controls over 30% of the world total resource, making us the richest continent on earth here. Africa controls over 60% of the world arable lands, so Africa is not poor. When was the last time you heard any African leader showing direct shots at the Western America? Be sincere, when was the last time? And this reminds me of our founding fathers. Our founding fathers were open, they were fearless. They spoke to the Western America directly, without fear. And this is exactly what Captain Ibrahim Traore is also doing. I see the spirit of Osajafo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah in Traore. I see the spirit of Haile Selassie, Ahmed Seko Toure, Gamal Abdel Nasser. I see the spirit of these founding fathers in Traore. He's bold and fearless. And that is what Africa was known for back in the 50s and 60s. We challenged the West directly. Gamal Abdel Nasser was not scared of the West. He refused to allow Israel to take what belongs to Egypt. He fought hard and he will forever remain a legend. And after the death of these leaders, all these leaders who came after them were all puppets. In fact, they can speak out. They are fully aware of what the Europeans are doing to us, yet they can speak out. So Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger are now a confederation. But somewhere last year, they formed the Sahel Alliance. This Sahel Alliance was mainly about military, but this time around, they are trying to integrate their economies, right? They want to work together. They want to help each other. They don't want to rely on the West. They don't want to rely on anybody. So they are trying very hard to, help their countries. And I really respect Captain Ibrahim Traore, Asame Goita, Chani. I respect them a lot because these guys don't give a F about the Europeans and America.
Ibrahim Traore's statement highlights a common perception among many Africans that West powers often view Africa as a continent in need of assistance and charity, rather than as an equal partner worthy of respect and cooperation. This perception is rooted in a history of colonialism, paternalism, and exploitation, where Western powers have often extracted resources and labor from Africa while perpetuating stereotypes of African inferiority. Traore's comment suggests that despite this perceived paternalism, Western powers are reluctant to relinquish their influence and control over Africa, even as they perpetuate narratives of African poverty and dependency. This sentiment is echoed by many Africans who feel that their continent is rich in resources, culture, and potential, but this wealth is often siphoned off by external powers rather than being used for the benefit of African people themselves. It's a call to recognize Africa's agency, sovereignty, and potentials for self determination and to challenge the dominant narratives and power structures that have historically shaped the relationship between Africa and the West. Guys, thank you for staying to this moment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I still remain your girl, Just Cheesy.